know, it's not every day that you get to meet someone in person that you literally followed on the back of an album cover. It is going to be such an honor to meet in person Darius Brooks. I think the story goes back to, I might have been about 6 years old, and my dad was the minister of music at our church. And he literally taught every Milton Brunson song that came out. And so he played records at that time, and he was working on this song called Lord, I Believe. And I heard this person sing, I am standing on the promises of Jesus. And I'm thinking, who is that? Like, what man is that has a range like that? And so Dad went to work, and so I went, I lifted up the record player, and I looked, and I saw, okay, this is Milton Brunson, the Thompson Community Choir. So then I saw the album name, matched it with the cover, and I saw this name, Darius Brooks. So I said, that's the guy that can hit those wonderful high notes. And so I started to follow more of the album. I said, well, let's see what else is on this album. So again, I had to wait till my father went to work because I was not supposed to be on his record player or playing his records. And this song, No Failure in God, it hit me. That was my favorite song, still one of my favorites. And I was 6, my sister was 3. And I would make her sing it with me over and over and over again. And I would literally make her sing the lead part. And I would make her hit that, my God, my God, my God, he'll never, he'll never, he'll never. That's how profound the song was, how deep it was, how much I loved it. And yes, I dragged my baby sister into the whole situation. Then this song came out, God's Got It. And the beat, it was just so sharp. The way everything fell into place and how the drums were layered with the guitars and the organ and the lead player and how everything synced together so well. So I was what they used to call second string. So if a lead singer didn't show up, then I would take their songs. I was 10, 11, 12 years old. But when I got the call to sing God's Got It, I used to get so excited. Another one of my favorites. And then it was years later, I think in the early 2000s, very early, and we watched Rainbow Push as a family. And there was a reference to this gentleman, Darius Brooks, who had a new song out and a new album, Your Will. My father called all the way to Chicago to find that album. Fell in love with it. Fell in love with I Had to Trust You. I Had to Trust You, another one of my favorites. And I taught every song on that album, on those albums that I could to my choir. The only ones I didn't teach were the ones that Darius sung because his range was so wide. It was hard for me to find a lead singer that could even hold a candle to what he was doing. But in those two albums, the message of hope resonated, and then also the message of trust and leaning on God, and that message of hope spanned back even to when I was a 6-year-old little girl. It was like this prevailing theme. Another thing that I loved about those albums was the sequencing and the production. What I love about Darius's work is that it's edgy, right? It's intense, but it's still smooth and it all flows. So like me, I like to push the envelope, and so I listen for those sorts of things, but how each instrument, each player gets to show out in their own way, but the whole is never disrupted. So I loved his music for that. And then I think it was 2007, he released My Soul. And I really started to notice the depth and the breadth of his beautiful lyrics. And there's one song that I think is important to speak on. These words, because it talks about the walk with God and it being tangible. So even though he talked about faith and hope a lot, that walk, he never loses sight of the practical implications of our faith and our spirituality. And these words I still hold in my heart to this day. Give legs to my thoughts, Help me to walk. Give me the strength I need. Help me to see. You have a perfect plan, and it's in the Master's hands. And it's for me to see. So, out of all these years, I guess it's been about almost 40 years now, I've been following Darius's work. And even to this day, what continues to impress me and blow my mind is his spirit. His spirit as a man of God, his spirit as a family man, his spirit as one who is not too important, not to remove, to support upcoming artists and to support up and coming community leaders who are trying to advance the mission of goodness in this world. And so I took a gamble. I tagged him in something of one of his songs I was playing. And I was so shocked when he actually responded. And when he called and talked to my parents on New Year's Day, and his willingness to come into this community and bring that magnanimous spirit and vibe that only he can bring, to bring vibrance to what we're doing and to stay encouraged. So please come out and see Darius Brooks. He is going to turn it out, I promise you. Come see him Saturday at Life Keep Living It, 3 p.m. at Warren AME. We'll see you there.